The views expressed on this holiday podcast special are those of the podcasters, any guests, and do not reflect any of the management, employees, sponsorships, or affiliates of thereof.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Do you ever feel alone during the holidays? I've been there before, and it's not a fun place to be, which is why I wanted to create a special for somebody like me back in the day. I just wish I had a listening ear, or maybe even heard stories that brightened up my time or my mood. I wanted that. So here's my gift to you. This is 12 Days of Christmas with me, DreRawka. I got some of my closest friends, and we talk Christmas. We talk about their favorite traditions and new ones as well. I hope you enjoy, and a very Merry Christmas from me to you.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Listen daily with my dad and his friends for 12 Days of Christmas. Only here on Unrestricted.
Welcome back. Episode number 86 of Isolation20 Podcast, or Day 12 of Podsmas. I go by the name of Dre, the number one Chief Rock. I am the host. I am the captain of this ship. And if you are tuning in now, either you are a new listener or you're a reoccurring guest. Maybe you caught wind of this thing called 12 Days of Podsmas, where I literally have friends over. We talk about the holidays. We talk about life. We talk about goals. We just have a good time, right? And this is the cap. This is the stamp that will end Podsmas for 2023. And what a marathon that was, man. Every year, this is second annual Podsmas, and it was incredible. This year was phenomenal. I feel like my guests, they pulled their weight, and that's something that, and I did as well, right? So I feel like it was overall just a great season. We ended it kind of wild with beans and rice, and bringing in a bunch of food and this their silly selves, man. I love those guys. And then of course the wife with a knife, she came in, she made kimchi. That's the first time I ever had a chef on the pod and made a dish, and it was a dish I never had before, and that was really good. I actually finished off that kimchi and the tamales. I finished those off. That was really delicious. If you haven't heard those conversations, along with all the others, definitely go check it out. Will Wonder, Wes Burke, the Schaefers, Aubrey Schaefer and Mike Schaefer, Fonzie from the Lake Talk 801. So many, my man Lucas. Just so many guests, and first times too. I had some first time people up here, like Forshi. He's an artist here in Salt Lake City, and that was fun to get to know him, hear his story a little bit. So yeah, definitely do yourself the service. Go check out the rest of the Podsmas, day 1 through 12. The reason why we started on December 1st through the 12th, that gives you another 12 days to listen or watch before Christmas. So definitely go do that. Run those numbers up. And thank you. We just hit 450,000 views on YouTube. Man, 450,000 views. That's incredible. To me, that is a huge achievement. I don't get caught up in views too much, but they mean something. As much as we don't want them to mean anything, and as much as we're like, it's about the art, it's about the conversation, it's about, the process. No, that means a lot to me. It means that you're tuning in, and I appreciate that. Today is a little different, right? Usually, I shouldn't even say a little different. Isolation20 Podcast, it's you and me and you. We sit, we talk. Some of it's today, what's happening today, what's trending, and then some of it's just life updates. And most recently, I had some guests here in the studio. I had an artist and a videographer came in, and he shot a music video here in the studio. And the funny thing about it is that like they came in, they shot the video, and then as they're shooting it, the director of the video was like, "Hey, we need an actor to play the podcast host." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool. When they come in here?" And like, "Actually, Dre, can you fit in? Can you do it?" And mind you, It's a Sunday morning. I just wrapped up the day 11 of Podsmas with Lucas, and I'm wearing a hoodie. I'm not ready for a music video, right? Especially when the artist has like a mink coat on. He has a WWE championship belt. He has jewelry on. He's just really flossy. And then here I am, weight down, credit up hoodie. Still got crust in my eyes. But I'm a trooper. I say, hey, I'll do it. Hey. You gotta say yes. You don't know. You don't know if this dude's gonna go viral. They might clown me. They might like, oh, who's this dude? Another podcast host, man. This dude couldn't even put on a jacket like the rapper. No. Plus, I can't afford any of those things. I can't afford a nice chain or a mink. Come on, like, what do I look like looking like Cameron? Like, what do I look like? It would be cool, man, if I was like the old boy video. Dre in the old boy video. I think I would do like a camo mink though. I know Cameron did pink, but give me a camo mink. Oof, that'd be fire. But yeah, man, they came in, they did the music video. Your boy is gonna be hopefully they keep my face in it somewhere. Hopefully they keep me. We took some photos and stuff. I don't know if during the editing process they might be like, actually just cut the whole thing. This dude, he's too much, right? But hey, if I make the cut, I'll tell you guys about it. But that was fun. Later on Saturday night, we went to the Ogden Christmas Village, which is going on until I think January. I think it goes until like the first week of January in Ogden City here in Utah. They have literally a Christmas village. Like there's little houses and they're all decorated for different themes, like Santa's workshop. There's one that was just all presents. There's one with just trees, and each one kind of tells a story. And you just walk around downtown Ogden City in their little plaza area. I don't even know what it's called. I don't really go up to Ogden often now that I'm with my wife, but I'm a Salt Lake boy. Like I'm literally in the valley. I'm a valley boy. So when I go up to Ogden, I feel weird. I feel different. So we went up there, man, and the kids loved it. The kids are just out of control, right? Like they just want to run and go. I think they like the lights, but at the same time, I think it's just a lot of people. It's a lot of people. So if you go, keep in mind, there's going to be foot traffic, and there's going to be people that are impatient. There's going to be more patient people that make the impatient people even more impatient. So it's a lot. There's a lot to it, but I definitely would recommend it if you live in the local Utah, Salt Lake City, Provo area. Go up to Ogden City. Go check out the Christmas Village. Go check out your city lights right now. And right now I live in the city of Murray, Utah, and right now our city tree is shitting on all of the city trees. We have the best city tree. I don't care. You go downtown Salt Lake. You go to the Gateway Mall. Trash compared to what Murray got. You go to West Valley City. You go to Valley Fair. Nope, trash compared to Murray. Man, I don't even think Fashion Place has one, but I guess that would be considered Murray. South Jordan, whack. I mean, it's Christmas, right? Be thankful. Be thankful. These are all great problems to have. I didn't get no hot cocoa though. That was one thing. I wish I would have got some hot cocoa because it was freezing. It was like 24 degrees. And your boy just had jeans on. I did double up the socks, though. You got to double up the socks. If you're going out in the cold, you don't double up the socks, you stupid, son. You stupid. What you doing? Yeah, man. I watched the Grammys. The whammy Grammys. I think this was just like a special, though. It was 50 years of hip hop, so they were celebrating a lot of performers from different decades. I cut it on right when Rakim was playing, and I didn't hear Juice. Maybe he started with Juice, but I was waiting for it. Sip the juice. I got enough to go around. Man, I didn't hear it, but caught 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz performed really well. That was dope. Rick Ross. Oh man, Rick Ross came out. He did hustling, and then he flipped it and he went into I think the BMF joint. I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover. Man, I wish they would have closed on that. Instead, they closed with Chance the Rapper. You don't want no problem. Which, I get it. It's a banger, but I think I'm picking Rick Ross to close out of those three. I think you go Chance. No, you probably go Chance, 2 Chainz, then Ross. But they went different. They went Chainz, Ross, Chance the Rapper. I think that was the ending, format. But overall, it was good. They closed out with the first Grammy hip hop artist or hip hop group, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, which was super dope. That they, last time we seen Will Smith on an awards show, I think it was the Oscars, right, with the slap. But this time, Big Willie was up there. They did their full routine. Jazzy Jeff, the Fresh Prince, back and forth. The way that they do, they have the songs and their stage presence is 100% hip hop. It's 100% crowd reaction, crowd control. You know what I mean? Even down to not fifth. What the hell? Will Smith, the Fresh Prince. He will rap the scratch. So he'll be like, even when I come around, and he's hitting every scratch. Jazzy Jeff is hitting every scratch when he's doing it too, and it's just really dope. If you're a performer, I would literally use their blueprint. Fill it in with your own jazz, but use that format of performing. You know what I mean? He did the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air song, but off of the twist. What is it called? Hand clap, twist, flip. Hey, what's that song called? Is it called Twist? You know what song I'm talking about. He used that beat, but he used the lyrics to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which I thought was ill. It was ill, and the transition was just really dope. They showed what it meant to be a performer. You could tell there's levels to performing, from what Chance the Rapper, Titty Boy, even Rakim, like even down to what they were doing compared to what the Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff were doing. There's a huge separation in performing. Huge separation. Not music, you know what I mean, but performing. Huge difference. But man, hip hop turned 50 in 2023, and they closed it out at the Grammys. It was a slow hip hop year for us. We didn't get much. We got a lot of good music, but it wasn't what I would expect a hip hop 50 to even be. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't even get the hip hop 50 cypher, did we? Did we get a hip hop 50 cypher? If so, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't memorable. You know what I mean? Like when the TDE cypher went off, it went viral, right? Since I dropped control and tucked that singing rapper in his pajama clothes. You know what I mean? When Kendrick was going at Drake, went viral, right? Went crazy. Hip Hop 50 should have been more of those viral, crazy moments, but I don't feel like it happened. And it is what it is. I feel like we're going to continue to get these hip hop 50 love joints going out. You know what I mean? Hip hop 51, just more appreciation for hip hop. We're so young. When I say us, like the culture of hip hop, so young. So it needs to continue to get celebrated. I don't know what the evolution of hip hop looks like. I feel like we're kind of in a lull situation. The women in hip hop are definitely ran 2023, 100%, no question. Signed and delivered. Women in hip hop ran 2023, and I love it. But at the same time, it's like, okay, what's the next move? How do we get back to the number one spot? How do we get to be the leading culture again? Because it's different. Like, while hip hop is definitely one of the biggest cultures in pop culture, I also feel like the impact of hip hop has maybe evolved or changed. Because there's slight sound of hip hop, and even in country right now. Like, my wife's a big country fan, and sometimes we'll throw on some country music, and I'm listening to Kane Brown, and I'm like, this sounds very, very hip hop. And then Luke Bryan comes on, I'm like, yeah, Ludacris wrote this song. Yeah, T-Pain wrote this. What's going on here? And he got crossover acts like Jelly Roll, right? Salute to my man Jelly Roll. But I feel like hip hop, in the purest form of hip hop, bars and beats, and less gimmicks, I feel like we haven't had that pure hip hop top the charts. Now, to the purists, to the people that want to find it, you'll definitely find it, right? You'll definitely find the new artists, the new groups that you just love, Coast Contra. Like, you'll find these kind of groups. But as far as like just being known, I feel like that's something that we need to either put more light on, or we need to share more of these artists. And maybe that's up to us. Maybe that's up to the consumer to be like, you need to check this person out. Stop playing. Check this person out. I don't know. But Hip Hop 50 was dope. Loved it. From what I seen, I ain't gonna lie, it was like probably like the last 15 minutes. But hey, it was still hard. It was so dope. Dougie Fresh was up there beatboxing. I don't know if he was really beatboxing at the end because he kept going. I'm like, my man, you're like 54. Like, well, you still, man, you killing it. But yeah, that was dope. Weight down, credit up. I've been feeling more inspired to get back on this horse of the weight down, credit up, weight loss journey. It's a tough one. If you know anything about, if you struggle with your weight, whether if it's weight gain or weight loss, whatever it is that you're dealing with as far as weight goes, you know that it's a tough thing. And if you haven't went through this, if you're somebody that's just always been fit, or maybe you have a great metabolism, science just give you everything. Maybe you just are super motivated to go to the gym every day. Maybe it's just in your DNA, whatever it is. Congrats, like that's dope. But if you are somebody that doesn't do that stuff and you do struggle with your weight, you do struggle to get motivated, you do struggle to, instead of going and getting a salad, you go and get a double cheeseburger. I'm in your boots. I'm in your shoes. I relate to you. I hear you. I understand you. But I'm almost at the point where I got that spark back. The spark left for a little bit. You know, there were some life things that had happened, and I lost the spark. I lost the motivation. I lost the willingness, the determination, the grit, I don't care if it's 6 a.m. and I went to sleep at 4. I'm waking up in 2 hours and I'm hitting the gym. I lost that. But I gotta say, I've been feeling more motivated. I've been feeling more inspired. I've been feeling like I can do this. I feel like because I can, right? I've done it before. I've lost 50 pounds. I've lost 70 pounds before. No, not 70. I'm bullshitting. No, I have lost 70. Yeah, I have. What am I doing? I need to give myself credit. But it's not an overnight thing. I mean, no, it is. Let me take that back. It is an overnight thing. It is something where it's like, when that alarm goes off, I need to be determined and just go to the gym. When it's dinner time, instead of planning a dinner that's not the best and a bunch of sugars and sauces and all this stuff, plan more of a simpler dinner, and, you know, watch the carbs and watch the sauces, you know, and just make the small changes. Even though sugar-free ketchup is not the best, maybe use some sugar-free ketchup. Or instead of using that ranch, maybe grab some hot sauce that has 0 calories. You know what I mean? Low sugar. Maybe that. So I'm almost there. I'm almost at that point. And what a perfect time, right? Top of the year. This is the time where most people get motivated. And I love it because when I see the gym packed, yeah, it sucks because now I got to wait for a machine or I got to wait for weights. But at the same time, I could just go outside and walk around the block, or go take the stairs, or lift my kids up. You know, my son Amari's heavy. He's a little hefty little kid, you know, or, you know, that's my weight set right there. My baby, she's like 30 pounds. No, she's not. I lie. Why am I putting weight on my baby? My baby's only like 25 pounds. You can pick her up easy. Let's do a little curls with my baby. All right, cool. That was the warm up. I'm gonna go to my middle child. All right, here we go. Boom. Hitting out 60 pounds. Oh yeah, I'm feeling that burn. All right, where's my big baby at? My 10-year-old. Oh, here we go. 100 pounds. Here's a squat. 5 of those. And then I go choke out my wife. Just playing. Don't. I'm just playing. Oh man, could you imagine? Me and my wife do wrestle though. So when I say that, I mean if you're not a couple that wrestles, I don't know if you guys are a real couple. You know what I mean? Don't beat your wife. Don't beat your husband. But give them some love taps. You know what I mean? Make them tap out a little bit. Make her almost pass out to the point where she's like, ah! To the point where she's like, I don't play with you no more. That's where you need to take it. All right? I can see somebody cutting this up and being so, Dre's a woman beater. Dre chokes out his wife. I do until she taps. It's tickle wars. I have tickle wars with my family all the time. I'm the leading cause of my kids' beef because I'll be like, oh, I'll like tap him on the shoulder and I'll be like, oh, it's your brother. And then my baby will go run and punch their brother in the face. And then my other son will go and tackle the sister. It's an awful thing. I'm the instigator in my family because I'm the one that can end it all. Man, it's been a journey though, man. 2023 was fun. I don't know if this is the wrap up 2023 episode, so I'm not gonna get into like reminiscing or anything like that just yet. But who knows? Maybe that will come.
It is a freezing December day. Your coffee's brewing. You're trying to stay warm. You can smell the holiday scents in the house. Grab your coffee, grab your hot cocoa, grab your beverage of choice, and I'll bring the stories. Hi, I'm DreRawka, and this is 12 Days of Podsmas. We'll be talking to some of your favorite people, getting to know what their childhood Christmas was like and what they're doing today.
Listen daily with my dad and his friends for 12 Days of Christmas. Only here on Unrestricted.
All right, Questions is powered by the good folks over at A Bar Named Sue. You can catch live music, sports events, and even UFC pay-per-views. Like the most recent one on the 16th, Edwards versus Colby Covington, UFC 296. So come out to A Bar Named Sue, 8136 South State Street. You can also learn more at abarnamedSue.com. All right, now I did get some questions that came through, and some of these are from actually some people that you know. So big shout out to my man, Wes Burke. He was on, I think Wes Burke was like day 4 of Podsmas. Go check that out. If you could start one thing, or no, hold on. If you could shift one thing to get you from where you are to where you're going, what do you think it is? That's a good question, because this is a question I've been asking myself. Like, what's the level up? What's the next thing, right? And I honestly feel like I'm doing everything right. I feel like the path that I've created, the path that I've followed is right. But I think there's two things. One, I feel like I need to get my physical health better. I feel like that's a shift that I need to make in 2024. And then money. I think money is the next thing, because all of my promotions, all of my marketing, I haven't boosted a thing. I haven't put a cent into marketing. It's all organic. It's all natural. There's nothing to that. So I think that might be the next shift, is putting a little money behind this thing. Maybe getting to the point where I need to get with an agency. I think that would help. And then I would also think maybe taking some more hosting gigs, take more DJ gigs, letting people know that I'm more than just a podcast host, right? I'm more than just a radio host. I can DJ. I can literally come up with creative projects to get done. You know, I have TV shows that I have scripted out, and now I just need a storyboard and go shoot. So these are all shifts that I want to do that I think will help enhance what I already got going on. It really comes down to, like, I am one person and I have a family and I have bills, and I feel like if you're helping me, I need to compensate you with something. Maybe it's not money. Maybe it's time. Maybe I help you with something. I don't know. But that's up to the person, right? If you are a cameraman, you need to tell me how you need to be compensated. If it's money, cool. Tell me how much. All right. If I can afford it, let's go. If I can't afford it, all right, I'll figure it out. You know, I might not use your services right now just because I can't afford it, you know? But yeah, I think that's kind of the next shift that I'll do to help me get to where I'm going or where I want to go. Good question, Wes Burke. I really appreciate that. Check out Life Elevated, the brand. A lot of dope things that he's got going on. Okay, my brother Will Wonder from the Will Wonder podcast. What in 2023 do you think you did well at? And also, what could you have done better at? Good question. Said this wasn't the reflection episode, but hey, good question. All right. What I think I did well at, I think I showed up. Everything that I wanted to do, I didn't get done. But the things that I really set my mind to, and the things that I wanted to accomplish, I did, and I showed up, and I gave it an effort. Were all my projects, were all my podcast episodes, were all my content 100% A1, great episodes, great projects, great editing? No, I wasn't. But I started it, and I did it, right? So I think that's something I did really well at. And even down to like, even with Will Wonder, like helping put together a live podcast with a group, right? With an audience, right? That's not easy. You know what I mean? You got to convince a venue to take a chance on you during their business hours. You got to you make sure equipment doesn't fail. And then you got to make sure that just like the talent, aka Will Wonder, was good, and the guests were good, and making sure that I take care of the photographer and taking care of the audio guy, right? So that's just something else that I'm really proud of. And what is the second? Also, what could you have done better at? I think I could have done better at scheduling. I think scheduling is a huge thing, and that's something kind of tying back to the first question. I think that's something else I need to be better at to be more successful. Set deadlines, set times, and if it's not perfection by the time it's due and done, don't be a perfectionist. Let it ride. Figure it out on the next one. Let's go. Keep it moving. Keep it pushing. Go. So I think that's what I could have done better at. And that's what I'm going to try to be better at in 2024 is utilize that calendar. Reach out to more guests. Try to plan out my guests, for a whole month, and plan out cool things to do during that month too, right? To fill in the in-between. Good question. All right. Next question comes from the Lake Talk 801 podcast. You can check them out at the Lake Talk 801 on Instagram. Who inspired you that is not a celebrity? My dad, man. My dad inspires me tremendously. If we're not going to go the more genuine route, no, it's still genuine. I would say, okay, personal, my dad. I was gonna say Andrew Schultz, but he's a celebrity. But yeah, we'll just go with my dad. My dad inspires me a lot because that man had one hell of a younger life. In this older age of his life, he still has his things that he's dealing with, but at the same time, I see him. I see who my dad is, the man that he is became, and hopefully he sees the man that I've become too, and the growth that I've had. And yeah, man, I just really appreciate my dad and everything that, even the small things that he doesn't come out and tell me, hey, son, this is a lesson for you, right? That's not my dad. He doesn't say those kind of things. He just does, like his actions, the way that he holds down loyalty, and the way that he's a man of his word. Word is bond. That's something that my dad always taught me. Word is bond. So what do you like? Your word is what you live on. Like that's a huge piece of wealth, is your character. What kind of character are you? You know what I mean? And that's something that we can change tomorrow. If you're a villain today, change it if you want, or stay a villain. Or you can be the super nice guy, right? Or you can be the in-between, where you're the nice guy until you have to be the villain. And that's something that my dad has always taught me. That's something that my dad has always shown me. Because I've seen my dad be the superhero. I've also seen my dad be the super violator. And like, I've seen a lot of things in my life. So I would say my pops. Yeah, definitely. And my kids, man. My kids inspire me all the time. All right, next question. Johanna in Los Angeles. Have you ever did a polar plunge? No, I have not. I've been invited, though. I've been invited. Zach Ivy, he invited me to go up into the mountains and do the little plunge thing. And then Schaefer invited me to do the same thing. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared of cold water. What if I die? Like, yo, what if I sit there in the water and my body just freezes up and it's over? I drowned in the damn cold water. That doesn't sound fun, but I hear it's good for your body. All right. Mark Thompson in Salt Lake City. Are you opening the Pod Time capsule next year? Oh, yeah. So I did a podcast episode. This was at the very height of me going through changes when my old partners left me and I was by myself. I did a pod that day, like that week, and I made it a goal and I set this time capsule to open in 2025. I don't know what date or what month it's going to open, but I don't even remember what I was talking about. I remember I was reflecting on like how I was feeling during that time. And I remember I was reflecting on having my first child, my third child. So this was right as she was born. So it should be interesting. To this day, I don't talk to those guys that left me. And my kids are growing. So we'll see how that goes in another year and a half or so. Good question. I forgot about that. All right. Lake Talk 801, Salt Lake City. You got that one. All right. Joe West in West Valley. Do you know, or what do you want for Christmas? And don't say nothing. What do I want for Christmas? 2 fat bitches and 2 bags of chips to give to the fat bitches. Nah, I think what I want for Christmas is a new backpack. Yep. Just a new backpack. My backpack has a hole in it. It's on its last thread. It's something that I use every day. If you know me, I always have my backpack with me. I always have my gear with me. I have mints in there. So yeah, I would say my backpack. Just a nice, solid, new, expensive backpack that has a warranty. And if it rips, I can go back and get another one because I didn't do that with these last ones. All right, good question. What do you want for Christmas? Let me know. 385-240-4666. Leave me a text or a call, or you just drop a comment on the podcast. Last question here. It comes from Samantha J. Do you want a co-host for any of your content? Well, Samantha, I don't know. I don't know if I do well with partners. Every co-host that I've ever had, or every like co-partnership that I've ever had, leaves me. Maybe I'm the problem. Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. It would be awesome to have a co-host, especially a co-host that can pull their weight, meaning a co-host that knows how to edit, a co-host that gets entertainment, a co-host that understands how to keep a conversation moving, a co-host that doesn't make everything so personal. Right? This is the thing about these podcasts, is that I like to make it entertaining for all. Right? I don't like to just talk about one thing and reference one thing, because there's a lot of people from all over the world, even Germany. Oh, shout out to my Germany folks. Man, y'all are killing it on the views, man. The percentage in Germany is wild. So yeah, I would love to have a co-host that understands all of that. And if they don't, they're willing to learn and take it seriously and plan cool content and think about new projects and shoot for the stars, right? That's the kind of co-host that I would love. Will it happen? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. I see a lot of people, a lot of content creators popping up, but I see a lot of them dying off as well. So maybe this content life is dwindling down. I don't think it will go anywhere, because we still need content to promote so many things. And you could tag so many different products onto your content, if it makes sense. So yeah, to answer your question, yes, I would love a co-host. If it appears, cool. If not, I'm still good. We're still good. We're still rocking and rolling. Good question.
And now the movie review segment you didn't ask for. It's down in front.
Down in Front is powered by the good folks over at Main Street Quality Meats, a 4th-generation butcher promising fresh, quality, never frozen meats. And if you can't get them in Salt Lake City, maybe you're outside the Salt Lake City area, don't worry, they deliver. You can order online right now at mainstreetqualitymeats.com. Ooh, man, Found has been incredible. We just finished up season 1. Green light, season 2 is a go, and I'm so excited about it. If you haven't watched Found on NBC, it's a series that I have been talking about, and I highly recommend you checking it out. It's about a young lady that was kidnapped, and she was held captive for a very long time. I think it was a whole year, but I think it was about 390 something days, almost 400 days, I believe. And she ends up escaping. She gets away. Well, she grew up, and she actually caught the person that kidnapped her, and now she has him captive. The cool thing is that now she tries to help find people that are missing, kids that are kidnapped, people that are just gone, right? She tries to find them with his help, the mind of a kidnapper, right? And the storyline on this is really dope, and I don't think I've ever seen this type of storyline done. And if it has been done, let me know. I would love to check out the movie or whatever. It ended. I don't want to spoil anything, so I don't want to talk about any specific episodes, but if you want to watch it, it is on NBC, or you can stream it on Peacock. I highly recommend it. The new trailer for Godzilla vs. Kong, The New Empire, has been released, and let me tell you what, take all of my money, let me poke my finger with a blood oath, this thing looks incredible, and they haven't missed. Kong versus Godzilla, the last one, incredible. Stop it. This one looks even better. They got to team up. They went against Mega Godzilla. So this one right here, it looks like it's another King Kong, like King Kong's cousin or something. And this dude got out of jail, and he's like, "Yo, Kong, man, you being a bitch ass nigga, man, but you gonna go over there with the ops? You gonna go over there with the ops with Godzilla? You gonna go with the ops? It's Big Pyru over here, all right? You go over there. You guys gonna build the crip over there? This is Pyru over here. Yeah, the new ape. He over there gang banging. He throwing up ape signs. We don't even know what it is. So the government's like, yo, King Kong, yo, you need to click up with your crippin' cousin Godzilla, because the Bloods is over here going crazy. We need y'all help. So y'all know y'all feud a little bit, you know what I mean? King Kong slept with Godzilla's girl, you know what I mean? But hey, y'all gotta patch that up. You guys did it for us before. You guys saved the world before. Patch it up. Go kill this big old ape, and then we can all live in peace and harmony. Y'all can go back to being your separate crip sets and do your thing. That's how massive this movie is about to be. It's about to kill all of the records. I'm so excited for it. It comes out, Godzilla vs. King Kong, The New Empire comes out April 12th, 2024. Just 4 short months away. And he'll be able to watch it too. Salute to all my Bloods and Crips out there. Hopefully y'all didn't get offended. I'm a comedian. Some more movies in 2024 to look out for is Mean Girls. To all my Mean Girl fans out there, you know what I mean? Not the Lindsay Lohan one. Though it may look like a remake from the 2004 comedy, this is a new and improved movie. Also written by Tina Fey. I didn't know Tina Fey wrote the original Mean Girls, but she wrote this one as well. And she's making an appearance in this one. That one is set to come out in January. And it's based off of the Broadway play, which the Broadway play is based off of the original movie. So essentially, Mean Girls in 2024 is a remake. If they say it's not, they're lying. It is. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes comes out in May. Cesar. Oh, spoiler alert. Skip 10 seconds ahead right now if you don't want to hear anything about the last Planet of the Apes. All right. Caesar died in the last one. It looks like his crippin' cousin's taking over in this one too. All right. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, that drops in May. That looks really good as well. For all my kids, I'm a dad, right? So I watch a lot of Disney, Pixar, you know what I mean? And they've been knocking it out the park. I'm excited for Inside Out 2 that drops in June. Despicable Me #4 that drops in July. I hope Pharrell comes back for the soundtrack because Pharrell killed it. If you remember right, Despicable Me, when he dropped Happy, song went crazy, right? I think it's like that song and Baby Shark. Those are like the two biggest songs in the world. Hopefully they got Pharrell scoring the movie. This one I'm really excited about. Twisters, July 2024. Remember the old Twister movie? I think it was 90, maybe 98, 97. Twister, about the storm chasers that end up in the path of the biggest tornado ever known to man. I think it was like an F7 or something like that. Well, Twisters is coming. It's another, I don't think it's not a sequel. They're just remaking it. So excited about that. Deadpool 3 dropping in July. This one, I'm hearing we're going to see Wolverine. So, yay, that's going to be dope. Beetlejuice 2. This is a continuation of Beetlejuice. A little late, don't you think? I don't know if Winona Ryder and what's his name? Who actually played Beetlejuice? I forget his name. I think he might be playing Beetlejuice again. I didn't look into it too much because I'm not a big Beetlejuice guy. I mean, it's a classic. I watch it if it's on, but I'm not like, yo, Beetlejuice, woo! You know what I mean? Joker #2. It has Joker with like a French name that I didn't know how to pronounce, so I didn't even put it in my notes. But Joker 2, Lady Gaga is gonna be in that. That's gonna be dope. Terrifier 3. If you know anything about the Terrifier series, you know that there's gonna be a bunch of guts, a lot of blood, and a lot of fun. It's almost like a comedy horror movie. The clown is so funny. And just the way he kills people, I know it sounds bad, but even the kill scenes are just wild. And the first one, I think it was the first one, he rips a chick from the, excuse my language, from the vagina all the way up to her head. It's nuts. It's weird. It's crazy. Gladiator #2. Yes, you remember Russell Crowe? Remember the Gladiator? There's another one coming in November. Venom 3. I enjoyed Venom 1. I enjoyed the Carnage joint. This one, I think it's about to get crazy because they're doing another spinoff for, I think it's called Web Girl, which is another Sony Picture movie. And I think they might work that into the Venom series and eventually maybe even working it into the new Spider-Man series as well. I don't know. We'll see how it works out. But everything's being planned out right now to where they could end up in the same movie or at least make an appearance in the same movie. And then capping off 2024, coming up in the end of 2024 in December, The Karate Kid. The popular Netflix series Cobra Kai. If you haven't seen Cobra Kai, go check it out. It's one of my favorites. Has helped keep the iconic 80s martial arts franchise alive. Originally thought to be unconnected to the original films, the Netflix show, this one right here, the Karate Kid, is not going to be connected to the series. In fact, it sounds like it's going to be connected to the Jaden Smith rendition of it, along with most of the original ones, because it was announced in the credits that Ralph Marciano and Jackie Chan, which Ralph is the man that played Daniel Russo, and then obviously Jackie Chan played Mr. Han. They're both cast in this movie, so it sounds like both of those universes are going to be in this latest one. So that's exciting because I did enjoy the Jaden Smith one, and then of course, like, come on, Daniel's son, like, that's just a classic. I mean, so really excited about that. And tell me what movies you're excited about. Any of those pop out to you? Are there some that I missed? Let me know.
Karl Malone is a traitor. John Jones is the greatest of all time, but cocaine is a hell of a drug. It's your sports segment.
UFC 296, Leon Edwards versus Colby Covington for the welterweight title. This is set up to be a fun fight. There's a bunch of fun fights on this one. And if you want to come watch it with me, I'll be at a bar named Sue, 8136 South State Street in Midville. Come on out, abarnamedSue.com for more information. $5 cover charge. You'll be able to hang out with me. You know, there's a lot of podcasters and musical artists and just people here in my community. So that always hit me up and they're like, hey, we should link. We should do something. And, you know, hey, how you doing? I get it. Like, a message is cool, but if you run into me at the bar, that's how we make a real connection. You know, Bangarang really pointed this out to me. He said, Dre, you're more likely to do business with somebody. You're more likely to follow up with somebody if you meet them face to face. And I was like, damn, that's true. Because everybody that I've had on my podcast, I literally talk to them in real life, like maybe a few days before they come onto the pod. So, definitely pop up, show out, you know what I mean? Come through. Only good people. Like, I don't want no assholes, no dickheads. If you come with any type of negativity, you can miss me with that. I don't want that in my life. I'm very woo-sa. Oh, by the way, Bad Boys 4 is me coming out pretty soon too. So dope. The Lakers won the NBA end season tournament. I had a little bit of a problem with this. Not that the Lakers won. I don't really care. Like, LeBron's one of the greatest players to ever touch a basketball. I get it. Awesome. Congratulations. The part that I had a problem with was when he was like, hey, young fella, you ain't done this before, huh? And he grabbed a little champagne. He was like, yeah, champagne showers. It's an in-season tournament. What would Kobe do? What would Kobe do? Matter of fact, we know what Kobe would do, because what he say when they won the Western Conference Finals? When she was like, yo, you don't look excited. Job ain't done. Job ain't done. I'll celebrate when I get that championship. Kobe said that. That's one of the greatest Lakers to ever touch a basketball. One of the greatest basketball players ever to touch a basketball. One of the greatest competitors to ever compete. If he says not to be excited about this small accomplishment, I'm listening to that man, because he's done it. He's done it. And Kobe is more than just a basketball player. Kobe's a mentality, right? Tupac is a feeling. Bob Marley is an energy. That's what Kobe is. So when we have these debates about Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron, the first two wouldn't have celebrated an in-season tournament. Matter of fact, the first two probably would have been speaking out against an in-season tournament. Just saying. But hey, who am I? I'm just some podcaster with 0 views. And LeBron, if you ever hear this, I'm going to be fake as fuck. I ain't going to lie. I'm going to be like, LeBron, man, yo, you won the in-season tournament, son. I just pop champagne, yo.
All right, that's it. That's all your bitch ass gets.
Nah, man. I hope this podcast brings you some type of relief out of your day. Hopefully, it's a good pause out of your day. If you make it to the end of my content, man, just thank you. Thank you. You know, I reflect quite often now at my age and, you know, with my life experience, and this is something that brings me a lot of joy. It brings me a lot of comfort, and hopefully it does the same for you. Podsmas is over until 2024. Maybe there's some things that we can improve on. What more would you like to see on Podsmas? Maybe it's not an episode every 12 days. Would you like to see something else? Let me know. There's some content pieces that I would love to do, right? Like, how dope would it be if me and my friends went and had a snowball fight, right? And we're talking shit. We're teams and there's a snowball fight. Or maybe we just get the boys and we go play paintball and there's paintball teams. That'd be dope. Podsmas, paintball teams. That sounds like fun, right? Maybe we'll do some content like that. But yeah, man, I really appreciate it. If you would, maybe go on to allrock.com, ALLRAWK, buy a t-shirt, buy a hoodie, support this podcast. If you can't do a monetary donation of buying a shirt or anything like that, give a share. It's completely free to share. It's completely free to show love. Tell a friend about this podcast. That's one of the hardest things about creating is the growth part, right? How do we level this thing up? How do we get more people included? You know what I mean? That's something that I'm continuously working on. And with your help, it would mean the world. It would mean the world. Tag me at DreRawka, DreRawk. A on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Facebook got me shadow banned. I be posting stuff and I ain't getting no engagement. I be saying some fire stuff too. And I'm like, damn, like not even my family sees it. So maybe not Facebook. Maybe I can't deactivate my Facebook because I have my elders on there and they like to see my kids and whatnot. Maybe I'll just send photos. Maybe that's what I do. But yeah, Twitter, Threads is kind of in limbo. It's a lot. But yeah, man, I really do appreciate you. Make sure you go and check out my friends as well. I've mentioned them a lot of times. The Angel, Will Wonder, the Beans and Rice podcast, the Late Talk 801, Maycon, Verity, so many content creators. And then obviously all of my musician friends, all my rapper friends. Go check them out. They're doing some cool things. One of my friends, Schaefer, he was just mentioned on Joe Rogan. They played his song on Joe Rogan, the biggest media platform in the world. They played his song. It was really cool. So yeah, more champion your friends, more champion my friends, and thank you. I hope you have the day you deserve. Always protect your light. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Peace.